It is the end of an era. The only sugar mill in the state of Texas is now shutting down. The Texas Farm Bureau tells us that the Rio Grande Valley sugar growers made that decision to close the facility because they just don't have enough water to keep the crops alive.
Yeah, the Bureau blames the ongoing water issues with Mexico under a treaty dating back to 1944. As Max Massey reports, the Bureau says this closure will cost hundreds of jobs and hundreds of millions of dollars for the Texas economy.
The only sugar mill that is in the state of Texas or was in the state of Texas is now closed, unfortunately, after 51 years.
Brian Jones is a Texas farmer, and he knows firsthand how tough this can be without water.
Normally, I grow a large amount of irrigated corn acres. I have 0 this year. I'm not planting any corn because I don't have the water.
Brian tells me that he blames this lack of water on the U.S. State Department not fulfilling their obligations of a decades-long agreement with Mexico, the 1944 Water Treaty.
In 1944, when this treaty was signed and put together, Mexico had 3 dams on those 6 tributaries. Now they have 11. And so they've increased, they've added 8 dams since then, thereby slowing down or completely stopping a lot of the inflows that's come into the United States.
With the lack of water and the closure of the sugar mill, there comes real economic ramifications.
Just dealing with the sugar mill alone, it's up to, they had 250 full-time employees. Those jobs are now gone.
On top of the hundreds of jobs lost, Brian tells me the community is also losing hundreds of millions of dollars.
The sugar industry contributed about $100 million directly into the local economy, and they say those dollars turn over about 3 times. So you're looking at a $300 million impact to the Rio Grande Valley.
And even though this marks the end of Texas sugar,
the sugar industry is lost. The sugar industry will never come back to Texas or South Texas.
Brian fears that if this lack of water continues, tens of thousands of acres of fruits and vegetables, they're also at risk.
A lot of those crops are being impacted. They're not completely shut down, but a lot of the acreage has decreased. The citrus is another huge crop that's grown in the Rio Grande Valley, and they're probably the next industry that's teetering right now.
Max Massey, KSAT 12 News.
Now take a look at this. According to the National Weather Service, over the past 2 years, the amount of rainfall in that area has been below average. It's something the ag community is keeping a close eye on. Thanks for watching KSAT. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date with San Antonio's latest news and weather.